I want to put in a plug for teaching, which is the most noble profession there is, along with medicine and along with caring for the poor. Many of you think that you're not going to do this. I thought that I wasn't going to do it, and here I am today. I can tell you from my own experience, I've had some phenomenal professional opportunities. I never dreamed that I would have the kind of life in the profession that I did. Never. If you had told me this 35 years ago, I would have said, come on. I'm not conducting at Carnegie Hall. I'm not conducting at the Sydney Opera House. I'm not going to stand in front of the Philadelphia Orchestra. That's not going to happen. All of that pales beside the look on the face of a young person when they get it. Involve yourself with young people. It doesn't matter how. It can be one-on-one teaching. It can be working with larger groups, volunteering, tutoring. It will make you a better musician. I'm basically very optimistic, although I had that litany of bad news at the front. But I'm really very optimistic about the future of our profession for two reasons. The first is that composers still compose. When the creative spark dies, life will not be worth living. And as long as human beings feel the need to express themselves through music, there have to be people to write it. And there have to be people to keep the art of music alive, which is why you all have to play new music, which is why you all have to try to learn as performers to think like composers and to understand as best you can what's underneath the notes. We can't talk to Beethoven and Mozart. I wish we could. But you can talk to your fellow students who are composers, and you can find out how their brains work. Because Mozart's brain worked the same way. He just talked in a different language. So the first thing that makes me optimistic is that composers still want to compose. And what makes me especially optimistic is that they all want to write for symphony orchestra. So as long as we play their music, our repertoire is not in danger of dying anytime soon. And the other thing that makes me optimistic is you. Because there are still, and there always will be, I hope, young people, young musicians, who, despite the odds and despite the obstacles, want to have music as part of their life, or to have music as part of their work life. You're much smarter than my generation. I don't mean you're more intelligent, because intelligence is a constant from generation to generation, but you're much worldlier. And you've grown up much quicker, and you're much more realistic, and you're much more savvy. And I have great faith in you that music will be in good hands with your generation. But we have to figure out ways together to meet these challenges of how we convince the rest of the world of what we're convinced of. I think people become musicians because they're fascinated by the idea that music changes people. I know that's why I do this. I have a feeling it's why you do this. And you're very lucky to be at a fine institution like this. And that will get you such a good start on your journey of helping our art form live and grow and thrive. And I wish you all the luck in the world in doing that.